we're here. We are headed to see Ludovic Ballouard. If you're not familiar with his work, you certainly will be after this, but it's a wonderful story. So when I first got hands-on with an upside down owned by Tom, TTE in Geneva, come on to it. I absolutely fell in love with the thing. Posted about it quite a lot online, and Ludovic being the absolutely wonderful. And I was just, look at this. And this is about 45 minutes from Geneva Central. You know, Ludovic being the wonderful chap that he is, he messaged us also, come over, let's go for lunch, meet the family. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful opportunity. So here I am. I'm just walking now the last 7 minutes. I took the bus here. It was super fun, super scenic. It's really, really, really an exciting something worth mentioning is that Ludovic is quite the career. Started out at Chagall and moved over to FP Journe, where he worked on some of the most complicated watches. So today we're going to head over, meet him, have a look at some watches, really understand how he does things, what the philosophy is behind his stuff. Because in this sort of odyssey or journey through independence, I think really I tried to think long and hard about what actually differentiates these, craftspeople. I think for me, Ludovic stands out as the more philosophical of it all. You look at the upside down, about being present in the moment, half time, sort of, the concept you meet someone at the right time, to become one, or two halves become one. He is the more philosophical, which does appeal to me, and I'm very, very excited. Let's get after it. So this is the redevelopment going on just outside. This will be a fountain, a very traditional Swiss fountain. This is Ludovic's bench. So this is the half time with the dominoes. If you watch the aperture at 12, that's the time. And then every other marker where you can typically see the time changes. How phenomenal is that? The instantaneous change. Perfect. So here's the movement for the half time. This watch interestingly took over 3 years from idea to the real thing, just because of the sort of complexity of actually making this sort of a watch come to life, compared to 6 months for the upside down. Phenomenal. So this is the half time, but I just really want to show you the explanation of this watch, the philosophy behind it.
Yes, you can focus the time in the position of noon. You cannot read the number because the past is gone, the future is unknown, but you just focus in the present.
I mean, how amazing is that? Past is gone, future is unknown, but the present is the only thing you have. It's just sensational watchmaking. Could we see the movement again?
Yes, sure. And we could do replace from Indo-Arabic number with the Arabic numbers, so Breguet numbers.
So here is a unique Grand Feu enamel of a Frida Kahlo, and you'll notice that the numerals aren't cut out yet because the next step is the lasering. But what an absolutely sensational dial. I'm looking forward to seeing how that one turns out. Here is a piece unique hand guilloches. Dial, look at that. Barissity Cox. This is our first attempted on. If you look, of course it's printed, the name is printed on the glass. The variety, sensational. Now this is a brilliant story. One Sunday morning, young Charlie, 5-6 years old, drew this on one of the watches, and this is what came out of it. There we go, look at that. If you actually look, it says Ludovic Ballouard and Son. Amazing. The man himself. Oh, this is him doing it. Oh, so sweet. Really interesting when you get to this level of craft and artisanal production. This is imperial jade from Burma. And here's the original, here's when it's been cut, and here are the numerals. It comes around 10,000 Swiss francs just for the dial alone, which is astounding. But absolutely, I want to show you properly. Just perfect and naturally shiny.
Very interesting because it changed.
Oh wow. Murano color.
Oh wow! How did you achieve that? Green, blue,
With
purple.
This is with a technique de name ILD, atomic layer deposit.
Atomic layer deposit.
And you can do on the metal.
More materials. This is some malachite to be used on some dark and a venturine green. And if you actually can see, they're all slightly different, but uniformed in their perfection. I'm actually very astounded by the level of, I guess, creativity difference amongst all these styles.
I'll shine here.
So this is osmium, which comes from platinum, which is the most expensive material in the world.
Yeah.
How much per gram?
Like the gold can go up and down, but 2,000 Swiss francs at gram.
And we use 10 grams.
We
Per
can make
gram.
one.
10 grams per dial, 2,000 Swiss franc per gram. My gosh.
Because part we obvious that what part we lose a little bit because to using it you waste.
You waste. Yeah.
But
So this is osmium, come from platinum. Oh wow.
open up. You see that is working.
And how many of these did you make?
We made 7
That is limited edition.
limited edition 7.
Numerals is in onyx.
And the numerals is in onyx, cut by laser. So incastonate in set in the osmium because otherwise you cannot paint, you cannot do anything. So it's like osmium material you cut out.
Number 7.
Ah.
No,
So this is the osmium when it's been mined, and then it grows
very interesting.
for 6 weeks. Wow. This is what you end up with. And here is some actual osmium. It's very dense. It's the densest material in the world. That I don't think videos or pictures could possibly do the beauty of this justice. Here we are at Ludovic's bench. As you can see, there's so much to unpack here. Absolutely phenomenal to see this level of craftsmanship. We're at Phillips, you're with Ludovic one now. This is the piece unique that is up for auction this weekend. And we have the man himself here to talk about the launch. Although it will be in French, which I speak zero of, so hopefully subtitles will help. Over to you, sir.
I like this. This is an upside down watch. And all numeral is upside down except number 3. Now is a minute arm, is a 3:15, 59 minutes. On the next hour, when it's poker, number 4 is correct. You have a numerals applique, and you have a white point over the time. Next is 5 o'clock. It's the first miniature die we made with pattern.
Right, is it completely made by you?
Yeah.
Wow.
That we made at home. And with a hammer bien too. With a pattern competition. Yeah. With a platinum case. And with a homemade pen. With 1 month or from.
Wow, a month just in the painting.
Yeah.
Wow.
The detail is very, very small. You can't see with the eyes.
Yeah.
You use the 40.
Wow.
on the painting. Yeah. With the reproduction from Chagall. The name is Anniversaire.
Yep.
And we made this unique piece for the Philippe Dufour and the Elizabeth and Philippe Dufour Foundation.
Amazing.
Yes, that's it.
And what's the name of the artist, the lady who did the dial?
The name
Yes.
is Anniversaire.
Sorry, the lady who did the painting.
Is Caroline. Caroline Fatima.
Amazing. Absolutely outstanding watch. I'm excited to see it. Thank you so much for talking about it.
No, thank you. It's so nice. We paint the peak now.
Glitter on top, big scales, always, and on the back, we changed a few years ago to a mix of small scales in mostly black. So it's still alligator, so you have black scales in a lining, and on top it's big scales from alligator. This is standard size. We do big size, we do also small size. Yeah.
Very sorry.
Because we do
So for every dial, the strap will change. So it's a little blue and orange for a special watch, and they come in here every time and make sure the strap's perfect, a perfect accompaniment to the dial.
and we have to make sure that
And Ludovic has been one of the first customer of you.
it was the very first.
Every watch comes with a bespoke strap and then a carry case, and they work with the same people since the beginning. So I'm going to show you quickly around the place for you. Look, this is pure artisan selection in the corners.
Merci, les bleus.
It's the straps being made by hand. Incredible. So I just left Ludovic and his wife Flavia, and I cannot tell you how special that experience was. So I got there this morning, headed over. It's like a 45-minute drive from central Geneva into the most stunning, beautiful surroundings. It's a village, a small village. And I spent some time chatting with people, looking at so many watches, so many materials, just learning, honestly, absorbing, eating, snacking on some croissants. And then we drove, all three of us drove back into central Geneva to the Philips auction, where there is a watch going for auction this weekend, which is a donation to the Dufour Foundation. It's absolutely sensational. If you haven't seen it, maybe you absolutely just should. It's just really the painting on it is just really sensational. And then after we honestly just sort of like went for lunch, chatted some more. And I think what my key takeaway is, throughout all of this sort of, I guess, journey through independent watchmaking and collecting, I'm trying to figure out what actually differentiates people. And I think if you're getting into Ludovic Ballouard, you're getting into a family, you're getting into a creator, into an artisan who just is one of the most sincere, kind souls. But more than that, and perhaps more prescient, is actually just a phenomenal artist. And the Upside Down and the Half Time are both just singular watches. They're unique. You know exactly what it is. And the variations, I actually really had no idea the extent of the variations. So there are just so many. There are around 200 watches, which over 15 years is really not a lot. But the variations, the customization is exceptional. I've heard of one which is where the white dot, because of the diamond. There's one with just crazy paintings. It's awesome. It's really cool to see at that level of artisanship. And then my favourite watch, it would always have to be the watch that Gabriel, their son, always designed with his father, but by accident. There was a drawing of their watch, intentionally I think left on the side, and they just let him do what he wanted to do. And those scrolls were turned into real watches, which were sold, which were produced. I think something to do that with Revolution and Waco. But absolutely just sensational, and the aventurine dial and the playfulness. So overall for me, I'm just excited to share this with you, and excited to put this level of art out into the world, and hopefully into this sort of small niche corner of the watch world that's watching these videos.